Good morning. It's a wonderful day today. Right now, I've got to wash these dishes. So, while I'm cleaning up these dishes so that I can make breakfast, let's clean up your fiction. So, we're starting here with some dirty dishes. And that's like starting your first draft. Remember, every story begins messy. Your ideas might be piled up like dirty dishes in this sink right here. But don't stress about it. Your fiction doesn't have to be perfect just yet. The only goal when you start your fiction book is just to get the words down. It's like scrubbing off this garbage from these plates. The only thing I'm trying to do is get the plates clean. If I don't get them clean this time, I can scrub them again. But what I'm sure about is I can get these plates done by the time I finish doing these dishes. So, what happens if I can't get a dish clean? Or I suspect that a dish is really caked on or dried on, has a lot of crud on it that just isn't going to come off easily? Well, at that point, I just let them soak in hot water. Now, sometimes I put them on the stove and let the fire from the stove heat up that water. Sometimes I fill up this bucket and let them sit. And that's the thing. If you get stuck or you're stuck between drafts, it's okay to let your draft soak or rest. Sometimes you need to step back and let the story soak in your mind. It's like soaking stubborn pans and pots. Give your draft time to loosen up a tangled plot and character problems. That's your brain. Let your brain sort out the problems. And sometimes the best thing for me is not, letting it soak necessarily, but taking a hot shower. I get some of my best ideas taking a hot shower. I don't know why that is. Scientists, if they haven't studied that, they should study that. So once everything's soaked, we still gotta scrub the tough spots. And if you want to think about that in a fiction kind of way, that's the revising and editing process. The tough spots in your story need extra attention, just like the tough spots on these dishes. This is where you dig deeper. It's where you clarify scenes. It's where you sharpen dialogue, and it's where you cut out unnecessary fluff. And when you get done scrubbing those tough spots, you'll have a pretty good chapter or a pretty good book. And after that, of course, it's time to rinse the dishes. You rinse all the soap off, you rinse all the food particles off, and you put your dishes away after you do that. But rinsing can be like reading aloud or getting feedback from beta readers. At this stage, you let your beta readers read your stuff and you read it out loud, and then you rinse away what doesn't belong. Helps you get rid of awkward phrasing or plot holes. I can't tell you how many problems I have found in a book by doing the audio book. It's crazy how many problems I find when I'm reading a story out loud. And of course, as I read it, I'm doing the audio book so that I'm not wasting my time necessarily. But if I hit a rough patch or a tough spot, I fix it and then I do the audio for it. So once you've rinsed your dishes, it's time to dry them and put them away, or in my case, put them in the dish rack. This is like the final polish and getting ready to publish. Once they're clean, they go back in their place, ready to serve. Your polished story, once you get it polished, you do one final read, you proofread it one more time, and once you get that done, it's ready to go out to your readers. You're ready to publish it on Amazon or publish it on Barnes & Noble or publish it on Kobo, or you're ready to submit to agents and traditional publishers. Whichever way you want to go, after you polish, it's ready for the next step, and that often means publication. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed telling you about revising and editing your work. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I will bring you another interesting thing later. Have a fantastic day, guys.